Good morning. So it's Sunday. We are making a combined meal prep. This is the leftover filling from the meat pies, which is a leftover taco mix with some other stuff added like the rice and some scallions and cheese. I'm just heating it through, and then I'm going to crack some eggs over. I was going to make a frittata, but then I realized scramble will be faster, so I'm going to cut the French bread in half and pop it in the oven, probably with a little bit of butter to toast it up. Polly's already prepped some Russian potato salad stuff, so I'm going to... Polly made it. I said you made it, but I dress it, so it's a combined effort. So let me get to the next step and I'll show you what stuff looks like. I've cracked 6 eggs and I'm just going to mix them up and add some probably black pepper because there's probably plenty of salt in that meat mixture. And then while I pop that in the oven to heat through with the bread, I'm going to mix the dressing for the potato salad. So this is the Russian potato salad that Polly has already prepped. So it's boiled potatoes, pickles, peas, hard-boiled eggs, and onions chopped. So the dressing that I make for it is mayo-based, but I also save pickle juice from the pickles that we use. And because neither one of us really like mayonnaise-y salads, stuff drenched in mayo, it's not palatable to us. I'm sure this trick was born out of necessity. Like when my grandmother didn't have quite enough mayo to dress a salad, she diluted it with pickle juice. And then it became a family staple. It just became part of the tradition, part of the recipe. So what I do is I pulled off some of the liquid, some of the brine, because I'm not sure how much I'm going to need it's a small batch this time. And I have mayo. And another trick is I had a little bit of mayo left at the bottom of this jar, and my spatula was too big, so I poured some of the pickle juice into the jar, and I shake it up, loosens all of that mayo in there, and now I could pour it into this jar, to which I have added salt and black pepper. So, see that? And nothing's wasted. I could rinse that and pop that in the recycler. I'm going to add all this chopped dill to it. And this way I don't over-process the salad by mixing the dressing off on the side instead of putting each individual ingredient. So I'm just going to lid this, and again I'm doing this with one hand. Make sure it's on, and then shake vigorously. So now I have mayo, vinegar from the pickle juice, Dijon mustard. You can use grain mustard. The only one I wouldn't recommend is honey mustard because it's a little sweet. Salt and black pepper. I was a little light on the salt because the pickle brine... Hold on, I'll be right back. So I went a little light on the salt because pickle brine has saltiness already. So I'm going to pour some of this in here. And then mix to see if it's moist and dressed enough for my liking. And then I have more if I need it. I also have more pickle juice. But for this entire batch of potato salad, there's probably less than a quarter cup of mayo. And that's really not bad. And it's light mayo to boot. So let me mix it and show you what that looks like. All mixed. That's plenty of liquid. What I'm going to do is I'm going to reserve this in the refrigerator in case as this sits, the potatoes soak up some of that moisture. It needs to add a little bit more. I did taste it. I always taste my food all along if I can, if it's not raw. It needed a little bit more black pepper, which is what I added to it. Has a nice tang, and it's really more than just potato salad. Because it has all these other vegetables in it, it has an entire bag of frozen peas, and you must use frozen peas in their frozen state because the warm potatoes actually thaw them out. There's no need to cook them. And if you use canned peas, they'll completely disintegrate in the potatoes in the salad when you mix it. So a nice pop from the pickles, crunch from the onions, popping from the peas. Moses, why are you looking at them? So we're going to go eat our brunch. and we'll be back later. So there's brunch. I know this scramble doesn't look appetizing, but it's absolutely delicious. And there's a potato salad going in the fridge. We're having some with our brunch, and I think I'm gonna have carrot orange juice while Polly has plain orange. No coffee today. So the onions are in. You could probably hear them sauteing in the pan. I'm gonna chop up the garlic. I have the carrots and the celery already, and the stuff for the chickens for tomorrow. Nice treat for them. I'm gonna put away the rest of that onion and pick through 2 cups of the green split peas. Chopped garlic ready to go into the pot. I turn the fan on because although I love the smell of onion and garlic, I don't like it all throughout the house. I have the pot off the heat for a few minutes while I rinse and pick through these split peas, making sure there's no pebbles or loose things that don't belong in there. And it is important to rinse them. Even the packaging says to rinse them. So I'm going to rinse them under running water, my sink. You know, these are just different lentils. But to keep our pristine green, actually I don't see any rocks in here, which is pretty good. You can also do this on a cookie sheet, but I really like this little hand strainer. I use this to drain off all of my canned products too, and drain and rinse. It's really easy, and it's bigger than, nicer and quicker to use than a big colander. It even, has holes that are small enough that don't let through quinoa. So that's also very helpful. And I'm thinking I'm just going to start rinsing my small short grain rice in this as well. Because you can get a rice strainer, but if I already have this and it works, then why not? And I will try it. I mean, I've done long grain basmati rice, which works fine. We'll see how the short grain for sushi works. So let me go drain that and then pop that into the pot, add the liquids, and let it start simmering away for an hour and a half with salt, black pepper, and a bay leaf. Time to add the liquids. So there's the pot with all the liquids. It looks like a lot of liquid, but these are going to really bulk up and start to break down. So it is 2 quarts of water, and I decided to use water and some of my favorite consomme mix. So there's 2 tablespoons of consomme powder in here, and it's kosher, and let's see what else. I don't think it's organic, although it's not in English. Hold on. Kosher parva under supervision of rabbi produced in Israel. So this is consomme from Israel, and it's really lovely. It's not super salty, but has all that yummy flavor. And there's a couple of small bay leaves in there because I only had little ones. There they are. And I only added black pepper, not salt, because consomme has the salt. And I think I'm going to keep the ham out of there for now. This way I can have it for Meatless Monday as well, although technically consomme. Yeah, I need to pick up a vegetable version of that, and I got that at my local, wait, did I get this at Adam's Deli? Either Adam's Deli or Christmas Tree Shop. It's awesome. I'm going to have to check that brand to see if, I'm pretty sure they make a vegetable version as well. So I'm going to let this come up to a boil, and then I'm going to turn it down to simmer and let it cook for an hour and a half. So yeah, it's a while. And then probably about an hour, well yeah, in an hour and a half I will add the vegetables, and then I can save the chicken broth for another day. So pretty easy Sunday night supper, and I have that rest of the baguette from brunch excuse me, that I could toast up in the oven. I know Polly's having a really hard time with his tooth, so I thought soup might be nice. It was either going to be soup or shrimp and scallop white pizza, and he said soup, so soup it is. Did I mention the house smells fabulous? So there's the veggies in there. I'm gonna just turn it just a little up and let it simmer away for another half hour, and I'll check it to see it's doneness. I may not even need my immersion blender. So there's the soup already pureed. You could see little flecks of vegetable in it. I decided not to put the ham in a soup, but rather in our cups, in our bowls, and then the soup over it. That way I can have it easily for lunch tomorrow. For Meatless Monday, I'll probably have a squirt of hot sauce in mine. And that's gonna be it for me for today. I think all you got was food today. That's okay, right? You don't mind. Don't forget the thumbs up. It's free for you and it helps me out. And I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you for watching, everyone.